The final episode of the Buccaneers Season 2 throws Nan, Christine Froseth, into complete upheaval. She learns she's pregnant with a child who would be the next Duke of Tintagel, only for her husband, the current Duke, to renounce his title, pursue a divorce, and make his romance with her friend Lizzie, Aubrey Ibrag, public. Meanwhile, her formidable mother-in-law, Amelia Bull-Moore, unaware of Nan's condition, introduces Theo's, Guy Remmer's, secret half-brother into the fight for succession. And just as Nan processes all this, she discovers that the man she truly loves, Guy Matthew Broome, has drunkenly married another woman in Italy. That woman is Paloma, Grace Ambrose. And the season's closing moments reveal that she possesses annulment papers that could free Guy from their union. Instead of handing them over, Paloma hides them, effectively binding him to a marriage neither of them seemed to want, or so she claimed. This revelation flips her from friend to obstacle, blocking Nan and Guy's long-delayed reunion just when it seemed possible. The question remains, did she truly deserve to be cast in this light? When Paloma first appears in Season 2, she's introduced as the Italian landlady to Guy and Ginny, Imogen Waterhouse. Suspicion surrounds her at first. Could she be working for Seadown, Barney Fishwick, or exploiting their situation for profit? But those doubts vanish once she learns the truth. Ginny is fleeing an abusive marriage, and Guy is helping keep her safe. Paloma responds with warmth, discretion, and genuine friendship. Her dynamic with Guy shifts unexpectedly in Episode 5, when a night of heavy drinking leads to a spontaneous marriage. Initially, Paloma maintains her laid-back attitude, showing no intention of challenging Guy's feelings for Nan. Even when she arrives in England with him, she greets Nan warmly, tolerates his correspondence with her, and voices only mild frustration at the gloom that seems to follow him. At this point, Paloma feels like a refreshing alternative to the rigid romantic expectations of her peers. A woman uninterested in titles or status, comfortable with a casual, non-possessive view of love. The annulment paper twist in the finale dismantles much of what made Paloma appealing. Overnight, she's reframed as manipulative, withholding the truth to keep Guy tied to her. Instead of the free-spirited confidant viewers had embraced, she becomes the other woman standing in the way of the central romance. The transformation feels abrupt, reducing her to a familiar antagonist archetype and erasing the independent worldview she had represented. The change also leans on worn-out tropes, particularly the stereotype of the possessive, exoticized romantic rival, undermining the more progressive nuances her character once offered. It's not just a loss for Paloma, it narrows the show's portrayal of women in 19th-century society by removing a voice that challenged convention. If the Buccaneers is renewed, the writers have an opportunity to restore Paloma's complexity. Instead of explaining her behavior with the vague notion that she fell for Guy, the show could explore her deeper motivations, fears of abandonment, the societal constraints she faces, or personal ambitions that complicate her choices. Such insight could make her flawed but relatable, avoiding the trap of flattening her into a plot device in Nan and Guy's love story. Paloma began as a character with her own agency and perspective, unbound by the traditional rules governing women of her era. That version of her is worth saving. With more thoughtful development, Season 3 could return her to being one of the series' most layered and intriguing figures, rather than leaving her as little more than a romantic roadblock.